I'm Paul. So it's been over 20 years since the Conti was originally launched, but now it's time for a new one. So we've gone through iterations of 12-cylinder and V8, but now it is getting serious, and I'm going to show you around the new Continental GT, give you a bit of a look at what is changing and some of the high-level numbers. So let's jump over here where there's some better light and we'll get started. Now, I'm going to call out, there is a bit of rain, so it's a little bit noisy here, and we don't have like a huge amount of detail, so I'll run you over all the high-level stuff, and then if you do want to watch our video of us driving this, the link is in the description below. It is one of the pre-production cars. So in terms of design changes here for the Continental, they've kept it pretty similar, and I think that's a good thing. The platform itself is the same, but everything beneath the skin has changed. So you can see here with the headlights, they've added this little flick element off to the side there, and it just gives it a little bit more character. What they've also done is then I guess change some of the highlights as well. So you've got darker chrome in place of areas that were piano black previously, and you've just got a bit more detail that you're able to customize as an owner of this car. Now around the side here, different wheel design as well. So they've got here on display both the sort of coupe version and the convertible as well. And I've got to say the convertible looks really cool. They've done just such a good job with the lines down the side of this car to give it the impression of constantly moving and constantly driving fast, because it is now fast. We're talking about a 4-litre turbocharged V8 engine. It's a flat plane crank. It's also a plug-in hybrid system. So overall, this car is heavier. It's one of the details that we don't have today, but once you add a battery for the plug-in hybrid components, it does add a little bit of weight to everything, but it comes with the benefit of power and torque. So we're talking almost 600 kilowatts of power, 1,000 newton meters of torque, and the 0 to 100 time has dropped from around 3.6 in the 12-cylinder to just over 3 seconds. So it is colossally quick. Top speed remains the same at over 300 kilometers an hour. So they have done a lot of work here to make it fast. You can also drive this on full electric as well for almost 100 kilometers. So it really is one of those cruisers that you can drive to work, you can drive on a road trip quietly, not using any fuel, and then when you do want to get up it, you simply switch it over to sport mode and away it goes. Now come around to the back with me. I want to show you what's changed around here as well. Now, have a look at these lights. So these have grown a little bit in size. So this is to emphasize the width of the car. And you can see here on the convertible, it works really well. You've got the whole bottom section comes up to the top of the boot here. The boot has changed as well. This used to have a spoiler that popped out. Now it's all been integrated into the boot. So you're getting the same downforce without the need of that sort of hydraulic or electric spoiler. And that also means you're saving weight as well. You don't have to have those components in there. Unfortunately, all of this stuff comes at the cost of boot space. So boot space is a little bit smaller. Again, it's a number that we don't have, but the battery sits beneath the boot floor, and that's where a lot of your space is being robbed. Thankfully though, we have real exhaust pipes down there, and then there's crystal effect here on these tail lights as well. Let's go inside the cabin. I want to show you what it looks like in there. Now, there have been some subtle improvements here as well. So I do like the fact that this has all changed in the center. I kind of didn't like that in the previous version of this because it got quite dirty, whereas now this sort of matte finish on there looks great. There is still a bit of piano black around there, but you can customize pretty much all of this interior in terms of the colors and the paneling as well. You still have the option of that rotating display. That is such a cool piece of equipment because there's a number of motors in there that self-calibrate each time it rotates. So a lot of work goes into making that happen, and even though it just looks like it spins around, there is a lot of attention to detail there. Even in the second row here, similar to the BMW iX, they've got these curved sections on the side, so you have just a space to lean and feel like you are sort of cocooned within the vehicle. So they really have thought about everything there. Now, we will have some more detail on this when Bentley does reveal the full gamut of information. They are launching with, well, this is the speed version. There is likely to be, I guess, a slower version of this, but the numbers on this alone are absolutely crazy. So I'm keen to see a bit more detail once it does come to hand. Like I said, we have driven a pre-production version of this car, so if you do want to see that video, the link is in the description below. And if you enjoyed this one, you can like and share it with your mates, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But until next time, take it easy.